Hello, I would like to explain meters, different types of meters, and which beats to emphasize in these meters. So generally we distinguish simple meters and compound meters. Simple meters are meters where the beat divides into two subdivisions, like in 2/4 meter, the beat is the quarter note. If I wanted to divide the quarter note, it would divide into 2/8 notes. The same in 3/4, the quarter note is the beat, 1 beat, 2 beat. And if the beat is divided into two divisions, in this case 8 notes, it divides into 2. The same in common time or 4/4. The same in cut time. Cut time is a meter, it's like 2/4. So the beat is the half note, and each half note divides into 2 quarter notes. Now 6/8, 9/8, and 12/8 would be examples of compound meters. In compound meters, the beat is a dotted note. In 6/8 and 9/8, the beat would be the dotted quarter note. And if you divide the dotted quarter note in 3 equal values, you have, it divides into 3/8 notes. So the main distinction between simple meters and compound meters is that simple meters divide the main beat into 2 equal subdivisions, and in compound meters it divides into 3. So now, which beats to emphasize? In 2/4, we emphasize the first beat only, not the second beat. So if we were only counting quarter notes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I emphasize the 1 a little more. If I were to clap this, I can try to clap the 1 a little louder. But clapping is very difficult to emphasize a certain note or de-emphasize another note, and then we may get distracted from actually clapping the actual rhythm if we try to focus on which one to clap louder and which one to clap softer. The most important thing is that we feel where the emphasized beat is. So we feel that 1 is emphasized in 2/4 and not the 2. In 3/4, 1 is emphasized, not beats 2 or 3. So only 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can even move my hand a little bit forward wherever, whenever I want to emphasize it, just to make it feel that I feel that it is emphasized. In common time or 4/4 meter, we emphasize beats 1 and beat 3. Beat 1 has the main emphasis, and beat 3 has also a little emphasis, not quite as much as beat 1, but also an emphasis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are just the beats, all right? We'll get to the rhythms in a second. In cut time or 2/2, the half note is the beat. And basically we count it just like the 2/4 meter, except what we are counting now is half notes. Instead of quarter notes in 2/4, we count half notes in 2/2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, those are just the beats. So the compound meters, I only have 2 examples here, one from 6/8, one from 9/8. Again, the beat is the dotted quarter note. That means in 6/8 I have 2 beats. However, we commonly count the divisions. We usually don't count just the beats, we count the divisions. so in some other counting system, actually, there is an emphasis just on the beats, like do, da, di. But in the counting system, we usually count 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 1, 4. And both the 1 and the 4 are emphasized. That means the first eighth of one beat, which is where the beat really falls, is emphasized. And the same in 9/8. So we do emphasize 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7. If I were to count just eighth notes, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's read through all the rhythms, and I encourage you to read with me. And so we'll not clap, but you can also try to clap along while watching this video, or you can try to say the counting. So let's start with 2, 4. I'll count one measure ahead before I start on measure 1. So one measure ahead, so we know what the tempo is. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1 and 2, 1, 2. So again, it doesn't matter if you actually say 1 louder than 2, because 1 is emphasized and 2 is not. What matters is how you feel it. And it's very important that while you're saying it, your mind says 1 is emphasized and 2 is not. So 3, 4, I will count 1 measure of quarter notes ahead before we start. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 4, 4, or common time, I count 1 full measure of quarter notes before we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Again, this is cut time, and which is like 2, 2. There are 2 half notes in a measure, and the half note is the beat. I will count 1 measure of half notes before we start here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 6, 8. So again, we have to now convey to ourselves and to other musicians when we count or when we clap that the beat divides into 3. So I will count 1 measure of eighth notes ahead before we start here. Again, I count 1 measure of eighth notes before we start what we are seeing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. And finally, the 9/8 meter, which works just like 6/8, except we have 3 beats in a measure, not 2. So again, before we start what you see here, I will count eighth notes, 1 full measure of eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, just one more thing to end with. Depending on how many beats there is another classification of meters. We have duple meters that have 2 beats in a measure, like 2/4 or cut time, or 6/8 also has 2 beats in a measure. So there are duple meters. Triple meters are meters that have 3 beats in a measure, like 3/4 or 9/8. 9/8 has 3 beats in a measure. So 9/8 is considered a compound triple meter, whereby 3/4 is a simple triple meter. And then we have quadruple meters. Quadruple meters are meters in which we have 4 beats. So that would be the case in common time, or 4/4 meter. It would also be the case in 12/8. 12/8, similar to 6/8 or 9/8. 12/8 has 4 beats in a measure, but it's a compound meter. So 12/8 would be a compound quadruple meter, whereby 4/4 is a simple quadruple meter. So I hope you enjoyed this. Leave me a message in the comments if you like more videos, and what kind of videos you would like to get. So enjoy practicing. Feel free to redo this, clap along, say along, count along. For rhythm, it's very important to keep the tempo. Of course, you can always run a metronome, but also to feel the main pulse, that means the beats, and then feel the actual rhythm that is being performed. Okay, enjoy practicing.